Welcome to Time to Press Pause, a podcast for CEOs by CEOs. I'm your host, Ellen Williams, CEO of the Salient Strategist, and today is episode 27, the season 1 finale. I launched this podcast back in April with the concept of businesses need to press pause and potentially to pivot or to create new products. However, many of the stories reflected personal pauses, and I'm happy to have a platform to allow the CEOs to share what they felt was an important lesson in their lives. One thing I've learned is that everyone pauses, whether it's for personal reasons or for business reasons, and it's important to do so because everyone needs time to think things through. Pausing can be a minute, 10 minutes, a day, a week, a month. Some of them were even longer. But the one thing they all had in common was being present. Everyone understood that something wasn't working right. In some cases, it was thrust upon them, like losing a job or a medical issue. In others, they just knew something wasn't right. Pressing pause is valuable and really should be part of everyone's tool set. It's not just for CEOs. It's not just for business leaders. Pressing pause is something everyone needs to do, and everyone probably does do, even if you don't realize it. Sometimes it's just taking that extra moment to think things through or to consider a different way of doing something. Many times in business, data can cause a pause. Sometimes it's just not what you expect it to be. But when the data says something that's unexpected, it's time to pause and review. So regardless of whether you're pausing for personal or business reasons, please know that with all the stories that have already been published and all the stories coming in season 2, that it's so valid for you to be pausing. And so, like everyone else, it's time for me to pause. I'm pausing the podcast for a few weeks to rethink some things. As I said, I launched in April. It was a grand experiment that took a few unexpected detours, and I'm thankful for each one. I'm also very thankful for all of the guests who agreed to come on an unproven podcast. So thank you for listening and or watching, and I look forward to seeing you on season 2.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Time to Press Pause. To learn more about me, go to thesalientstrategist.com and be sure to join us again wherever you listen to your podcasts.